Harmonious color scheme, it's one of the big secrets to a beautiful space. But it's also one of the biggest challenges for a homeowner. Because when you think about it, a homeowner walks into a paint store and they see a Benjamin Moore fan deck and there are thousands of colors. So, I mean, they just think, where do I start?
Absolutely. You see that shocked look on people's face all the time. And, you know, one of the things that I like to help them with to sort of narrow it down is going to some of the smaller collections. I mean, one of my favorites is the Affinity. And I know you love a lot of these colors as well, but it's 144 edited colors that work harmoniously together. And they were actually specially formulated to be harmonious. So it's kind of fail-safe.
I love this collection. And in fact, I actually have several of the colors in my own Candice Olson designer fan deck, and they're my go-to favorite colors. But I'm curious, this whole idea of formulating and curating a collection, I mean, how do you specifically come up with a collection that's harmonious? It sounds very mad color scientists and beakers and all that kind of stuff. So how's it done?
And there is an element to that. You know, I'm more the art than the science side, but I can tell you that all of the colors were formulated specifically to be harmonious. And, you know, every color has three basic traits to it, right? Remember going back to Design School 101, you've got hue, which is the actual color that you see. You've got the value, which is whether it's light or dark relative to another color. And then you have the chroma, which is the level of intensity, the brightness or the dullness, for lack of a better word. All of the colors in this palette, they share one or more of those traits. So that's what gives them a natural affinity to one another. And so they flow from room to room with harmony.
So
does that make sense?
There's the science and then there's the art of it. And,
right.
And it's true, you look at this palette and there's nothing that really jumps out. It's kind of like every color has its home and it just playing so nicely with all of its other little color buddies.
Exactly, so you can go from one room to the next using different colors because people are always afraid to use a different color. You can do that and still get that nice sort of sense of affinity.
Well, it's a great place to start too if you're looking for a color scheme for the entire house. Because it's really, it's all there. You know,
Absolutely.
it's kind of a foolproof way of picking a color scheme that is harmonious.
Absolutely.
I have to say some of my current favorites are colors that are these very grayed blues and greens. Yeah. You know, there's just so lovely. Colors like Lapland, Croquette I love.
That one.
Flora. And what I love about these colors is there's a sort of a soft wispiness to them.
Yeah, and they got a lot of gray in them, so that's what kind of tones it down. It's not too strong or bright.
And they're slightly cooler,
yeah.
So I love to pair and really contrast the coolness of those colors with all the warm undertones that you see today in so many homes with hardwood floors and wood furnishings. Those warm undertones of all those wood tones, the natural oaks or the walnuts or espresso maples, paired with these cooler colors, it always looks fantastic.
And they really do flow together. When you think about those natural things like wood floor that continues, that really helps guide the color palette. But you know, just for fun, one of the things that we joke about in the office is flip it upside down, and if you pick any three colors randomly and paint them in your house, and they're gonna flow. They're gonna be naturally flow. You're looking at me like, really, Sharon?
It's a Las Vegas card trick. Benjamin Moore party tricks, same thing.
Maybe we'll keep it that way. Let's not test it, but